Yes, the AI is still causing me some problems, but I did work some kinks in the time between me uploading that video about the AI and me recording this video. And it has gotten a little bit better, but it's still super frustrating when the AI gets a leg up on you, and it's just such a pain in the ass to fight. But I did work out some kinks, and I want to get these build videos done, so let's go ahead and kick things off with the very first Xenoverse 2 build that I ever came up with, and that is my Savage Queen build. Now this is on my female Saiyan. My female Saiyan is a Ki Blaster, just so you know. And these builds are going to be a little bit different from the ones in Xenoverse 1 because there are some new mechanics that were implemented in Xenoverse 2 that play into how these builds function, and I want to talk about them. So let's go ahead and start off with these things called Stamina Break combos. Now I'm going to be giving these things some pretty dumb, cheesy names just for the sake of reference, just so I don't have to go and say what the combos are when I'm talking about the moves later on. But let's go ahead and get started. The first Stamina Break combo that I love to use, it's super easy to do, is what I refer to as the Twisting Spine Breaker. I know, cheesy name, bear with me. This one is super easy to pull off. It's just 8 weak attacks, and before that 8th weak attack hits, what happens is you constantly kick someone all the way up into the air, and during that 8th weak attack, you teleport above them and you kick them to the ground. At least this is for female Saiyan. But before that 8th weak attack hits, before you land the punch after teleporting above them, instead do a light stamina break, which involves flicking the forward stick and pressing X or square, whatever platform you're on. Now, stamina breaks can be teleported away from, so if you catch someone who still has some stamina left, they can teleport out of that. But a light stamina break, it won't leave them recovering like you would with a heavy stamina break, but it's a good way to break someone's stamina and push them into a combo. The second stamina break combo that I like to use is similar to the Twisting Spine Breaker, and it's called the Twisting Paralyzer. Again, cheesy name, bear with me. Now, this one will only work if you're at the top of the map. If you're not at the top of the map, this will always miss. Again, this involves 8 weak attacks, and before that 8th weak attack hits, you heavy stamina break kick instead. Here's a couple clips showing what happens if you're not at the top of the map versus what happens if you are at the top of the map. And finally, we have one more stamina break combo. This is what I refer to as the windmill kick. Now this one only works on the ground, but it's a very fast, very easy one to do. It's very quick, so people often won't see what you're doing before it's already too late. But this involves doing 1 weak attack, 2 strong attacks, which kicks them straight to the ground, and immediately after do a heavy stamina break kick. When they bounce up, they'll be bouncing up straight into the heavy stamina break kick, and they'll be left needing to recover. Again, it's a fast one to pull off, but you have to be on the ground to do it, because if you don't, this is going to happen. Okay, now that we got the stamina break combos out of the way, let's go ahead and get on the stats and equipments, and then we'll move on to the moveset. So stats, I'm not really going to go too in-depth, I'm just going to say what the numbers are. It's 97 for health, 60 in Ki, 50 stamina, 0 in basic attacks and strike supers, and 125 in Ki blast supers. As for equipment, I don't really need any specific type of clothing because of the QQ bang system, so let's just go ahead and say which one I like to use more. And I'm pretty sure most people who use Ki Blasters use this exact same QQ bang. It's -5 in health, +5 in Ki, +5 in stamina, -5 basic attacks, -5 strike supers, and +5 in Ki blast supers. This one is super easy to craft. You can just go straight to the store, go buy 2 things from Beerus' set, go buy a Senzu Bean Sprout, and go craft it. It's easy to craft. As for Super Souls, there's 3 that I like to use. One of them is Getting Beat Up Makes Me Cranky. This one not only gives you a boost to Ki Blast Supers whenever your stamina is full, but it also gives you automatic Ki regeneration, which Super Saiyans really need because regaining Ki as a Super Saiyan can be quite difficult. I am Super Vegeta, which is just a flat Ki Blast Super damage boost whenever you're in a Super Saiyan transformation, and yes, it does stack on top of the Super Vegeta transformation itself. And the third one I like to use is Let's Just Enjoy the Game right now. This, if you're not having trouble with DPS or you're not having trouble with Ki regeneration, it just negates all paralysis spells, it negates all blinding effects, it negates all poison damage, and negates all of that. Now on to the moveset. I'm going to go ahead and list off what the skills are and just a quick rundown as to why I use them, and then we'll get to some neat little tricks that I like to pull off with this build. So, the first move I like to use is Darkness Twin Star. This is a really good defensive move, especially if you're up against someone who knows to teleport behind you whenever you're at the end of your combo when you're the most wide open. Because instead of finishing that combo and you know someone's about to teleport behind you, you can just activate Darkness Twin Star and they'll just be teleporting right into a danger zone. The second move I like to use is Sudden Storm. It's a really good super, really fast, awesome tracking, great damage, but it does cost 2 key bars, so that's something you should keep in mind, but it's a really good move to finish off a combo. Death Psycho Bomb is more of a novelty to this build, but it's still a nice finisher. It can really make the end of a match really flashy, but it is something really difficult to pull off. And the last move I like to use is Instant Transmission, which I use to link certain moves, which I will talk about when I talk about the tricks when it comes to this build. Now, onto ultimates. Let me go ahead and get the transformation and escape maneuvers out of the way. Super Vegeta is my transformation. Obviously, I'm a Ki Blaster. And escape moves, I like to use 3 is Explosive Wave, Energy Barrier, and Dragon Burn. Now, onto ultimates. Mystic Flash is a fantastic counter move to pretty much everything. It's really good. It can drain someone's stamina if they block after they Snap Vanish behind you, but there is something you need to keep in mind. You can Snap Vanish out of a Mystic Flash. That is the one drawback of this thing. So probably wait until someone has 2 stamina bars left, and as soon as they teleport, you can Mystic Flash, and there's nothing they can do about it. And the main offensive move that I like to use, that I often use as a finisher, is Meteor Burst. This has got to be one of the most savage moves in the game. Now that we got all the moves out of the way, let's talk about some tricks that you can do with this build. So first, this is the main thing I like to do as sort of a finisher to a match. What I like to do is I either do a Twisting Paralyzer Stamina Break combo, which is the 8 weak attacks at the top of the map and then hitting them with a heavy Stamina Break kick, or I do a Windmill Kick Stamina Break combo, and as soon as it's done, I finish them with a Meteor Burst. If I do the Twisting Paralyzer, I like to start off with an Instant Transmission after I do that, and then Meteor Burst. By the way, it's probably more recommended that you just do the quick animation for Meteor Burst, that is, after you activate the ultimate, you press X immediately afterward to just shoot it right off the bat, instead of waiting the full animation. But if you do the Windmill Kick Stamina Break combo, and you're against someone who has a crazy amount of stamina, which means their stamina will be coming back a lot slower than someone who would have less stamina, you can go straight to them with Meteor Burst, and you can wait the full animation if you want a flashy victory. Those are pretty much the 2 combos that I like to tie in with Meteor Burst. Another trick that I like to use involves using 2 separate moves on my move list, one of which is Darkness Twin Star, and the other is Mystic Flash. Now this will only ever work against a high-leveled AI opponent, or someone who knows to teleport behind you when your combo is almost finished. What you can do is you can run your opponent out of stamina until they have 1 left, and what they'll most likely do is they'll wait for you to finish the combo. So for example, the 8 times weak attack combo where you're constantly kicking someone in the air with a bunch of spins and kicks, kick them up in the air, teleport above them, and kick them straight to the ground. What they'll try to do, if they're smart enough, is they'll try to teleport behind you when you're about to do that last kick, where you're about to kick them straight to the ground. But you can surprise them by, instead of doing that kick to the ground, you can activate the Darkness Twin Star instead, and that'll be the first thing that they teleport into. They think they'll be teleporting behind you to stop your combo, but they'll actually be teleporting into the Darkness Twin Star, which will be setting them up for a juggle combo, or infinite combo, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Now, like most people, they'll probably panic as soon as you get caught in a juggle combo. But the cool thing is, and I thought this was a detriment at first, during a juggle combo, you get your stamina back a lot faster if you're in the middle of being caught in a juggle combo, or infinite combo, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'll just call it a juggle combo. So that means you gain a lot more stamina if you're caught. So a lot of the time, people will try to panic when they're caught in a juggle combo, and they'll try to teleport as soon as they have enough stamina. But the cool thing is, if they had no stamina before, and they only just then caught enough stamina, what you'll be doing is as soon as they teleport, you'll just Mystic Flash them. So the combo goes like this. The 8 times weak attack combo, before that 8th weak attack hits, and you think someone's about to teleport behind you, this is hypothetically assuming they would, you activate Darkness Twin Star instead, they teleport inside the Darkness Twin Star, get caught in a juggle combo, you finish up the combo until they have enough stamina to teleport once. Most of the time they will teleport once, and you Mystic Flash them instead. It's just a constant string of punishment. Now, I don't really condone the usage of infinite combos. I think they're cheap, and I think they're completely unskillful, but this one is just too funny not to pull off. Other things that I like to do is finish off a basic combo, like for example the 8 times weak attack combo, and teleport under them. That's right, I don't do infinite combos, I actually use stamina to continue a combo because I'm not a pussy. Shots fired. So I teleport after that combo's finished, I kick them away with a YB maneuver, and I try to finish them with a Psycho Bomb. I only ever really try to do that if I can catch them with a finisher, and that's even if I think the damage will be enough, but it does make for some flashy finishes. And pretty much Sudden Storm can be tied into any combo no matter where you're at in that combo. It's just that effective of a move. So anyway guys, that is the first build under the belt for Xenoverse 2. I do have a lot more builds already prepped. I've already got like several level 80 characters ready to get a build going. I'll try to truck through this shitty fucking AI, at least until they fucking patch it. But I did work out some kinks, and it has gotten slightly better since that video went live. But that's all I got for today, guys. I'll see you in the next video.